Alright, so the brother Z Rossi left a comment that honestly makes a lot of sense, and it got me thinking. This would be a crazy idea for a new augment, and arguably a worth replacement for Prosper's Path or from Up High. His comment says, Cyclebreaker should have never been able to stun, it should have slowed instead and kept the projectile block. Now, let's think about that for a second. In patch 1.9, Wukong lost that projectile destruction from Cyclebreaker, one of his most iconic defensive mechanics. And while he got a bit more durability and uptime in return, the ability definitely lost Wukong that unique identity he had before. Playing him has not been the same since. So imagine this, an augment that modifies Cyclebreaker, removing the stun, but reintroducing the projectile block, and replacing the stun with a brief, or maybe not so brief, slow instead. Tell me that isn't a fair trade-off, Omida. It shifts Cyclebreaker from the easily interruptible tool it is right now back into something that you can engage a deadly carry or mage with, and not only that, I'm fairly certain that for the majority of Wukong players would agree, including myself, that Masterful Mimicry is by far the most viable augment for Wukong. It doesn't matter if you're playing off lane or jungle. The benefits of a constant supply of clones is hard to pass up for some extra high impact damage, or from the buffs provided by Prosper's Path, which require you being mindful not of the abilities you are using, but only the stance you are in. If I had to choose between access to quick clones or the ability to engage enemies completely differently, it would genuinely be a decision that is case by case. Each option would suit different comps, and both would fundamentally change how you play Wukong. And Z Rossi makes a valid trade-off for the return of the projectile deflection. Cyclebreaker won't stun anymore. I'm intrigued, guys. I want to know what you think. Omeda already have the code to make this happen super quick. It shouldn't be too much work to implement this change. And tell me in the comments that this doesn't sound perfect for a future augment slot, a way to bring back that classic feel without breaking his new balanced direction. Thank you for the feedback, Z Rossi. Let's see if we can get Omeda's ear on this. I appreciate you, my bro.